Hello, everyone. My name is Kaffie, and welcome to our podcast.
Hi, everyone. My name is Angel.
Yes. So today we will be talking about, ways to, let's say, powerful ways to protect yourself from negative energy. What do you think about this topic?
I think that it's awesome because maybe in the past, this was something that people did through like superstitions or little, I don't know, different habits or traditions. But I think in today's world, it's awesome because you see people very much aligned to like their crystals and like burning
even the blue eyes, and I feel like that is like a Greek thing, and I really just love that. Yes, I feel like a lot of my jewelry and a lot of like things that I have, even like in my house and in the car and stuff like that, I just like kind of like have that blue eyes thing to just like take negative vibes and energy away from you, because you never know what other people are bringing into the room.
Of course, that's that 24-hour, protection. It always protects you along with God, of course, but just
exactly, and your sage and things like that. I mean, like I think like it's never like easy to be around negative people. But behind that, it just quite like it can be quite toxic. It can be quite toxic, and the drama, the mindset. Or I mean, I feel like if you surround yourself by negative energy, that's that is like comes from even like coworkers, partners, friends, or even family members. You must know how to protect yourself without engaging, because some of them, they're just like bringing their energy so that they can get like a reaction from you. So you just need to know when to stand up for yourself and say, no, you know what, I'm not gonna engage in this.
Sometimes that can be difficult though, because if you've been in a situation, for instance, maybe you're in a long-term relationship with someone, right? And over the years, this person can have become very toxic or negative to a point where you're such in this cycle, in this loop, that you question your self-worth, you question, who you are. And that is a challenging time. But I think there's some things people can do to move past that and gain some clarity to have more peace.
Yeah, definitely. I totally, I agree with that. That's why just like when you're in that kind of situation or environment, just focus on the solution and not the problem. Because negative people, they just tend to spend more time on problem than the solution. What that usually sounds like is like a lot of complaining, for example, finding fault in little things, and even like dissatisfaction. So to stay positive, just focus on creating solution that works for you. Okay, if that means if you meet resistance, look at strength. Well, look at it as strength. Okay, you can build or simply just step to get just step back a little bit. That would also help. I mean, that's what I do that a lot, just like try not to I just try to focus on the solution, and I just don't want to be part of the problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's two types of mindsets that I often hear mentioned, and it's like they usually compare. It's like there are people who have a fixed mindset, who are so fixed on whatever's happening, they don't see the big picture and they're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
And there's really no improvement. And then you see people who are on a growth mindset or who have a growth mindset. And these are people who see the bigger picture and do small things that help them grow and change the situation they're in if they're not happy, or manifest the life that they are looking
They
for.
want.
And I think
Yes.
our mind is so powerful. We talk about there's this system. I'm going to explain it. I hope, like, tell me if I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, go for it.
When it comes to our lives and where we are right now, this was a past thought that we once had in our life, right? So everything that we have in our life comes from a thought. After a thought brings a feeling. So if I think negatively, I'm going to have negative feelings. But if I think positively, I'm going to have positive feelings. So after a feeling, then comes an action. And again, there was a example that was used, like I may be in a position at my job that I don't feel like I'm making enough money, right? So I have a thought. I don't feel like I'm having enough, or I don't think that I'm getting paid what I deserve. So then the feeling is going to be negative. And so
definitely,
if the action is not to have a conversation with your boss, like, hey, I've done this to prove why I deserve more money, then there's going to be no result. You're just going to be stuck in this cycle of negativity, and you're going to become a toxic person at work because you're not going to be happy. So,
but because again, when you didn't voice out your thoughts and your feelings about the situation, and your boss cannot read your mind, so you have to just stand up for yourself and just speak up and say, okay, this is a situation, I think I deserve more, and you have to explain why you think that you deserve more than the other in the company. So instead of like building that energy and negativity in yourself, and that would also like impact people around you and even your job, for example, but they don't know why you're just being bitter every single day. They would just, all they would know is, oh, we don't want to be around this person, because even our energy is like really off, and we just don't want to be around this energy, and then you're just creating more problems for yourself. So I mean, there's no harm in speaking out, especially if you think that you deserve something and you've been working so hard. You should stand your ground and just
of course,
go for it.
And this goes for professional, but even for me, something I've always struggled with has been my weight my whole entire life, and just having negative self-talk, like to myself, like talking negatively to myself. And so again, like, people don't want to be around a negative person. So we have to learn to turn those negative thoughts and to reframe them into positive thoughts, because it's a practice. And if you practice that every day, like, you're going to come to a point where, like, for me, it's like, I have to remind myself, that I love myself, that I'm beautiful, that I'm this, because it's easy to sit here and say like, oh, like, I'm fat, I'm, I have some acne on my face, like, I'm stupid. Like, it's so easy to fall into the cycle of like,
and that's why it is important that you have people in your life that just support you unconditionally, that even when you're feeling down and when you're feeling like, oh, I'm not this, or I'm not beautiful, or I'm not in the ideal way that I want to be, they're supporting you, because like we cannot see ourselves. We're like what is it called, a lantern or something, like a torch like you can see that the touch can like spread light to everyone else, but you cannot see yourself. You understand what I mean? So
Yeah.
like people around you would see you. And when you're thinking that, oh, I'm too fat, oh, why am I in this? They're seeing something different. And if people around you don't appreciate you and they just don't tell you or, encourage you, sometimes just a little bit of compliment from people will lift your spirit and just make you, give you a new perspective on whatever you're feeling,
Mm,
right? So
for
yeah,
sure.
definitely surround yourself with people that just love you, that will encourage you, that will just, let you know that you're loved, you're blessed, and you're just amazing. And I'm telling you, whenever you tell me that, oh, my weight and stuff, I'm like, I
Yeah.
just don't see it. Like
Yeah.
you look amazing.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, you are beautiful, and nobody wants, like, I would never look at someone's ideal way. Some people are just like freaking bone and skin, like they just
Yeah.
there is a nothing. So you have this amazing goddess body. Like, don't even think
Oh.
that you're overweight or you're a perfect. I'm telling you. And people when other people look at you and they're like, oh, look at how beautiful she is, look at how gorgeous, you're a fucking angel. Okay, so don't even let anyone, you know tell you otherwise. Okay, I'm just telling you that.
Yeah. You always tell
Okay.
me that, and I appreciate you so much. Like, seriously, you are so, like, you empower me and uplift me every single day.
Now I'm here. This is what I am here for. Okay, this is what I am here for. Okay,
Mm,
so don't even just take that thought away from your mind. Like bury it, throw it away. Like it's done. Okay, just don't think about it because you're amazing.
yeah.
Okay, so that's like my second point. Like, you know what? Don't feed the drama. Okay, it's like when we're having all these thoughts and feelings and you're feeding it. Um, that is also, a part of, negativity. And negative people, they need drama.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
need drama in their life as much as they need oxygen.
Yeah.
As much as they're breathing, they need that negativity in their life.
Yeah.
So you just don't give them that, power, to you have to take their breath away.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Like,
Yeah.
definitely just take the breath away. Just stay positive and, and upbeat, and refuse the bait. Okay, like whenever you're feeling that, you're feeling like, oh no, just replace that thought with positive um thought. No matter how, tempting it is, to feel down and to feel like, oh, this is what is happening. We have the power to change things. Honestly,
Yes.
like we don't know our power, but if you're saying to yourself that this is what I want, and you keep constantly telling yourself that, and that would happen. But if you keep thinking that, oh, this and negative and this and that, you unconsciously, that would start happening. The negative things will start happening. So you have to just keep replacing every negative thought with
Yes.
positive thoughts. So
Yeah.
that also, it's really, that really works to keep things on time and calm, even flexibility, and even, um to just make you feel like you are worthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do, you just give them nothing to work on, and you give that energy nothing to work on because you know who you are.
Of course.
So,
And it can be hard. And some people may be watching this and thinking, okay, but where do I start? And I think some things are something I hate, and this is maybe something that someone can stop doing, is if you like to argue with people,
mhm,
just don't put your energy towards that. You know what I mean? Like, there are,
right.
for me, it's kind of like if something's bothering me, I never like to argue, but um I like to think about it, process it. And also, I think it's important to see from the other person's perspective. But if that
Perspective. Mhm.
person is being negative, then maybe it's time to consider, is this a one-sided relationship? Because if it
That's
is,
right.
then maybe this
They
relationship
got to
is not,
go.
yeah, it's not serving you at this
They
point.
got to go. Exactly. Like, honestly, nobody wants to be in a relationship or even in a friendship or in a partnership or whatever ship you are on. You are, you have to like know your boundaries, honestly. Like, you have to know when enough is enough. You know, when especially when the relationship is one-sided and you're the only one, doing all the work and putting in all the efforts, and then the other person is just there like doing nothing. And that's just kind of like, so also, yeah, know your worth. um and
Period.
know your, yeah, watch your boundaries, honestly, because it is a sad fact of life that you are better off with some people, out
Yeah.
of your life. They,
Yeah.
it's not everyone that they're meant to be in your life. Some people just, they're just visitors, and when they got to go, they gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to, feel bad about it. But you can accomplish the things that you want to do in your life, if you are surrounded. I mean, you cannot accomplish the things that you want to like to, accomplish if you're surrounded with negative people
Yeah.
in your life, because they bring you down. Even the thinking, if you want to apply for this dream job, or you want to do this and you want to go for that opportunity, because they are limited in their thinking and they're selfish and they're bitter, they would just kind of like find ways, to bring you down. And then when they're trying to bring you down, then your energy is like, oh, and then you will be doubting yourself. You wouldn't want to do what you wanted to do, because
Yeah.
they're always there constantly in your mind, telling you that you're not good enough.
Yeah.
So
There's a
that's
there's a saying, you've probably heard of it. It's misery loves company, and that's it.
yes, yes, definitely. I agree with that 100%, honestly. So you know what? We just have to create and keep, your boundaries from anyone who wants to break you down, even if it's your family members. Like,
Yeah.
trust me, it could be someone that you think, oh, I love this person, or you think, oh, of themselves, you think them as they are your friends, but they're not really your friends. So anyone that is in your space, that's not giving you peace of mind, that is constantly not even being supportive of you, they're just there, and you don't even know why they're here. You don't know what is your purpose here.
Yeah.
What is it that you bring into my life?
Yeah.
If someone is in your life and you cannot just pinpoint their purpose in your life, what it is that they're doing that is positive, that they're impacting your life, then if it's only misery that you always give me, pain, and I'm not happy all the time, then what is it? Nothing. So yeah, they got to go.
You gotta go.
That's just
Exactly.
it. I mean, that's how I feel, and that's how I do things. Like, I would take a lot of things all the time, and like, it's not like being stupid or being naive or something like that. I
Mhm.
just like to give people the benefit of the doubt. But
Yeah.
it could be years, but when I hit the wall, that's it. I'm not going back. And one thing that my mom always said, like, oh, like, you're so loving, you're so caring, you're so this.
Sorry.
But once you're like, no, that you've reached that point, if regardless of whatever that person is doing to redeem themselves, it's like you just can't see it anymore. It's
Yeah.
like you cannot go back.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, when people are giving you chances, to be good and to be better, and you're taking those chances for granted, like,
Yeah.
when they say no, then you shouldn't feel bad, or
Mm.
you shouldn't feel like, oh, this person is the worst. I apologize. Yeah, you can apologize, and it's okay. I'm
Mm.
fine. but we're just never gonna go back to where we were before.
Of course. And I think, there is a part that is cleansing in that, right? It's letting go. Maybe you were holding a weight that you didn't realize you were holding. And when you let that go and you're able to find peace, and it's more than finding peace. It's just saying, this is who I am and this is how I deserve to be treated, and not lowering that standard for anyone, even if you've invested time in this relationship. Because if it's not serving you, there's like research and a ton of books say that who you hang out with, like the 5 people that you hang out with, that's who you're going to be like.
Yeah, so, they speak volume of you. That exactly. It's just, that's what they say. Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are. They are not stupid when they have that saying. So it depends on you, and it's up to you to determine who you are in your circle. And I would choose, people that will give me peace of mind, people that will give me love, people that will love on me when I feel like, oh, I'm not even worthy. Not people that will constantly bring you down. Like, they have no value.
Absolutely. I completely agree. So there's a song that I love that maybe people have heard it. I'm sure they've heard it. If you're a J. Cole fan, you've definitely heard it.
I love J. Cole. Yes. Okay, let me know.
But he has a song called Love Yours, which talks about loving your life and loving who you are, because we're all unique to this world. And so I want to encourage everyone to go listen to that song after listening in today, because we have so many reasons to love ourselves and love us for who we are, and what we bring to this earth. And it did take me a long time to love myself fully, because I feel like the world just made me feel not worthy, and I don't know, didn't help me see my potential. Like, it took time for me to get there. But that doesn't mean we can't get there, right? We can.
Exactly.
We can do it together. And it just takes, like you said, that strong support system, encouraging you, reminding you how amazing you are and how smart you are. And when everyone else is trying to make you quit or be miserable.
Exactly. No way. That's why, like, no matter what, any idea, anyone that will talk to me and they'll be like, oh, I want to do this. I understand that it took them so much. It took them a lot to actually even like come and talk to you and say, oh, I want to do this. But then some people, out of jealousy, they just kind of like bring down your ideas, and then they don't know, because they're just doing it so that you will not be able to do it. But then again, it's unfair when someone is sharing their ideas with you and they're so excited, and you can see, you can just feel the excitement in them, and then you're like, oh, how you can do this? Oh, it's too expensive. How can you afford that? Like, they just kind of like bring out all the cons out of that excitement. They're not like, trying to encourage you to say, oh my God, that's a good idea. Or if you do it like this, or you might get this result. I mean, I know there are always pros and cons in whatever you want to do, but if someone is just keep pointing out the negative things out of what you want to do, then you're like, oh, maybe I can't do it. Oh, maybe, oh my God. Yeah, you keep doubting yourself, and it's because of the person you're talking to. So that's why, like, even sometimes when you have ideas, you just watch people you talk to, because not everybody does the pretend to be your friend are really your friend. Honestly, some of them are just keeping you around just to make themselves feel better, just to look like, oh, let's see what, how Kaffie's life it is. Oh, okay, well, she's still where she is. So yeah, we're good. I'm like way over there. So like they keep you around to just, check themselves and make themselves feel better about their lives. So that is yeah, you have to just check that, honestly. So also the one another thing that I'm thinking is like what that I do is I stop trying to fix everything and everyone.
Yeah.
Honestly, that will save you a lot of time. Like in just like, if you find yourself doing, for others the things, that they could never do for you, um, and maybe even the things that they can do for themselves, and you're doing it for them, you're just enabling them. Honestly,
Yeah.
sometimes we can unintentionally uh produce negative energy around, around people by just, enabling them. Honestly, or we can try to fix people when they're not even broken,
Yeah. We have
but
to
because
just
you want to.
we just have to
Yeah.
accept people. And I think as women in society, that's kind of a thing where it's like, oh, like the woman has to fix the man and all of this stuff. And I
Right.
hate that, because it's like, let's
No.
just embrace each other for who we are. Like, no one's perfect.
Exactly. Don't
And
try
we,
to fix
yeah,
other people. Like, focus on yourself. Like, you have a lot of work to do on yourself.
exactly.
So let them work on themselves. And especially when you know that they're capable of, doing this for themselves, they're capable of doing whatever it is that you were trying to do for them. That doesn't mean that you love them more or they would love you more than they already are, but you just have to learn how to stay clear.
Yeah.
Other people's, ish. Honestly, that would save you a lot of time. I'm just saying, because I try to do that and I can just see the difference. Like,
Yeah.
do it. Let them learn from their mistake. Let them fail. When you fail, then you can do it again. Then you would know your own strength, and you will know your own power. You will know your own weakness. But if someone else is trying to do everything for you, but they will never learn.
Yeah. Especially if that person is committed to staying the same,
Thank you.
right? If
That's it. Some
they
some
don't
people
want
they're
to
just like
change,
that.
yeah, there's another saying. Oh my gosh, I'm saying all these sayings, but there's another saying: you can bring the horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Drink, yes, yes, 100%. Just keep giving me all of the things, and it's true. You can take it to the river, but you cannot feed the horse, like like make him drink the water. No, you cannot do that. So then now we have to do that for people also. Like, I know, like, some people just do the most, and they're like, try to be sane and like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. No, it's not your job to fix other people's problem,
Exactly.
honestly.
And who has time for that? Like, who has the time? Like,
Jobless people.
maybe, but there's like so many things to do in a day, to work on yourself. So many healing things,
Exactly.
peaceful things. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's like, who has time? Like, I already spend that time at the gym and just work out and just, feel
yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Um, I mean, it's another thing if someone needs help and they
yeah,
came to you,
yeah,
they're asking for help, then that's another thing. You can help them. But if you're not asking for help and you're just giving it, like, that kind of says a lot about you too, like your
yeah,
self-worth and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
okay, sis,
I
you have
know,
gotta.
I know for me, and maybe this, you've experienced this too, but I will say I feel like when I moved to Greece, in order to fit in, because there's a certain, we've talked about like like standard of beauty and all of this stuff. I did
Right.
feel like I was kind of abandoning who I was so that I could fit in.
Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying, honestly. I feel like I lost myself, a little bit in there, just trying to fit in, trying to be seen,
Yeah,
trying to be part of the conversation, because you feel neglected. You feel like, when you're, speaking, nobody listens to you, nobody, you feel like you have to do a lot to be seen, and it shouldn't be that way.
yeah,
Um, And
For
then again,
sure.
it is grace, and it's kind of hard. Like I've been in situation like where, because like, well, you don't speak Greek, like someone would talk to you for like 5 minutes, maybe asking you a question, but then they're asking someone that speaks Greek the same question, right? And they're talking for hours, and you're like, really? You just like, you couldn't even stand to speak to me for 5 minutes, but you're there more than 2 hours there. You're still
Yeah.
talking about the same thing. So it's just kind of like maybe they do this like on purpose, or they just like, I don't know. But this happens a lot in Greece, and I feel like it's just some BS. But and then
Absolutely.
again, this is a society that we are living in, and you just have to blend in and just accept some situation, and just pick your battle.
Yeah,
Honestly, pick your battle,
for sure.
because sometimes I just look at them like, I'm like, you just don't worth my time and my energy. Honestly, like I'm just gonna, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
And
And
something I love is when someone is giving you a hard time, just smile at them. Because when they're
that
being,
kills them.
yes, it does, because they
That
expect a
kills them.
reaction for
Oh,
you to be negative or angry or
yeah.
mean. But if you just smile at that person,
Oh, oh, the mind, the heart just sings. Like I've been like coming to the office like in the morning, and I don't drink coffee. Like I just wake up in the morning. I'm like just my bubbly self, and I'm just happy and I'm just excited. I just get in the office, and other people are still like trying to get coffee to wake up, and everybody always asking me like, Kaffie, how are you so happy? How are you smiling so early in the morning?
yeah,
Like your energy. Honestly, we don't understand. Every single day. We've never seen you come in the office and you're like, you know, like really sad. I'm like, why should I be sad? I'm like, just for one, just waking up, breathing, and just healthy and
yeah,
just moving around. That is just enough for me to be thankful and to be grateful, because a lot of people like in the hospital, they can't even move. They have tubes all over their body feeding
yeah.
them, going to the bathroom and stuff. And I'm here and you want me to be sad because I haven't had a cup of coffee. Like no,
Hey, that's
but
me. That's me. I have my coffee right here. Hey.
but it's just me. I just find ways to entertain myself, to make myself happy, so that way I don't expect other people
Yeah,
to give me that joy. To I'm not gonna depend on other people, my rely my happiness on them.
yeah,
Just you create the life that you want, the happiness and the joy that you want.
yeah.
Honestly, that when you do that, that's a kind of vibe that's gonna like start looking for you. That's kind of energy that would start coming
Of
your
course.
way. So and
Mm,
especially my mama told me that when you wake up, the way you set the tone for the day, the way you dress, like
yeah,
I'm ready, like I'm gonna meet the president. Okay,
yeah.
so
You
ain't
always
nobody
are.
going. Yeah, ain't nobody going to stop me. If you're sad, if you have bad energy, like go that way to the left. Okay, like
Yes,
I'm not gonna entertain that.
yes.
So it's just, it is what it is. You have to create your own happiness, honestly.
You do.
Nobody's gonna give you that,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah. And
We were brought into this world by ourselves, obviously our parents and stuff, but we're gonna leave this world by ourselves too. So we
exactly.
have to do what's best for us and make our own fate and destiny. We can't
Hmm.
wait for someone else to do that.
No. And especially when they're also figuring out their own life, and you're just like, putting this button on them, like, oh, they have to do this and they don't have to do anything. Okay,
Yes.
you have to do, your thing. And when people see that you're an happy person, your energy is amazing, that's when you attract great people in your life, because
Yeah,
great energy what see great energy.
absolutely.
So just gotta
For
Gotta
sure.
get that going.
There was
going.
something I was looking now to pull up, because I think something that has been so powerful in terms of energy, and when it comes to like a model relationship and what people strive to find, is, you've heard this, we've all heard this, Sierra's prayer. I think I sent this to you.
Yeah,
Sierra's
you
prayer.
did. You
She,
did.
it's so famous. She talks about,
Manifest. Yeah.
yeah, she talks about having bad luck with men, quote unquote bad luck, being attracted to men who weren't treating her the way that she was looking to be treated, who didn't want a serious commitment. And she has this prayer. I encourage everyone to look it up. And now she's married and in a lovely relationship with Russell Wilson. And
I know, right? And
they
she's
seem,
a
yeah,
freaking amazing. Like she's
yeah,
just happy, and I just, oh,
yeah,
it is. Their love,
beautiful
their
family.
love, just their love makes
Yeah,
me want to love.
yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
that's the kind of love that I want in my life. You
exactly.
know. Then again, pray for what you
Yeah.
want.
And it doesn't
You
have any physical attributes, right? It's all
know,
talking about, having a type of love that is kind and patient,
right?
and one that is just all encompassing. And so I think that's really important as well, because just because people are quote unquote, you may look at someone and think they're beautiful, like they might
Hmm.
still have a lot of stuff going on. That doesn't make them a beautiful person on the outside
Right.
or on the
Hmm.
inside. We all have to do the work. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, if you work at Starbucks. Hey, I used to work at Starbucks, or wherever you
Oh
work.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
everyone has to do the work, even if you're the
Right.
president of the United States, or president of the World Bank, president of whatever country. Like, everyone still has to do that work.
Definitely. I totally agree. I agree with that. Like, take care of yourself. You can't care for others if you don't care for yourself. Okay. So if it's not, I mean, it is not selfish or even vain to, love yourself.
Mm,
You're the number one priority. Take care of yourself, or even you know, make your happiness a priority. Okay.
yeah,
Learning and practicing self-care, and just help keep you grounded and strong. And when you're faced with negative energy, you know yourself, your self-worth, and you just brush it away, like, what, this is nothing. I
mm,
know who I am, so whatever you're saying ain't about me, it's about you. And literally, some people, they're whatever they're doing, it's just the reflection of their self or their insecurities, and it just have nothing to do about you. Sorry, nothing to do with you, but then again, they're just projecting that onto you and making you feel like you're not worthy, which is just
yes.
not gonna cut it, not gonna cut it. So don't underestimate the harm that negative energy can cause. Learn how to protect yourself and be smart about it. That's all I'm just gonna say. That's what I'm gonna
Period.
say. Period.
Period.
Okay. So
Yes.
take care of you,
Awesome.
boo. You are number one.
Always.
That's it. What do you think?
So I'm curious, do you believe, because I've had people come up to me, right? And they're like, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, your aura, I can see it, like it's shining so bright. Like, do you believe
Yeah.
in auras and our energy
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I am like the energy queen. I I feed on vibes. Like when I'm, trying to be friends with someone or approaching someone, their energy just speaks a lot, speak volume about that person. So if the energy is amazing, it's just kind of like pulling me onto them, like, oh, I just gotta talk to this person because I can feel it. But if you're like full of negativity, like the energy is really dark, I can't even be near that person.
Yeah,
You can feel it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, you should
I
feel it
agree.
also. Like whenever you're approaching people, you can feel their energy. You
Yes.
can tell if it's pure it's dark, and I just
Yeah,
want to,
for
I want
sure.
to be around pure energy,
For
great
sure.
energy, great people, good vibes.
Sure.
That's all.
So I'm going to go into my rapid questions because I want to know,
Yo.
you
Uh-huh.
can, talking about like energy too, like whenever you walk into a place, you can feel the energy. So you believe in sage? People use sage and they also use like the stick. It's called
Chris.
Palo Alto. So which one do you prefer? Sage? Do you sage or
Yes,
Palo?
yes. I do prefer sage. I mean, I'm like all about, all of this positivity in your life, even, and starting from your space. So, start from your home. So whatever. And even sometimes when we go out, you don't know what you're bringing into the house. So yeah, I love sage,
Yeah,
just to, cleanse my hair. It's amazing.
absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Always, my grandmother always did this on the first of the month. She
Yeah.
always would light a ton of sage and just like it would be
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yes, it is so cool. Honestly, we in Africa we have like this thing, like that's like a basket, but like an iron basket. Like you put like charcoal in there, and you put all
Yeah.
your sage in there, and then you just swing it around,
Wow.
and this, yeah, like the smoke just go like everywhere. Oh my,
Yeah.
it's like really satisfying.
I love
Honestly, I
that.
love it. Yeah.
I love that. So there's two, we talked a little bit about this, but there's two type of evil eyes that people wear. So I want to know, do you prefer like this type of evil eye that I have, or there's also like the hand that's called like Fatima's hand? So
Yeah.
which one, Fatima's hand or evil eye?
I mean, I'm not like, I mean, I don't have anything against Fatima eyes and stuff. I love this evil eye. I love this. And I feel like living in Greece also kind of like impacted me with this, because like everywhere you go, like trust me, every freaking corner you go, you're
Yeah.
seeing this, and it's just, amazing. Makes you even like feel connected and feel secure, and just, oh, it is life.
Yeah.
Trust me. Get into it.
Yeah, seriously. So I want to know, is there anyone, but I want to know in particular, like a public figure or a celebrity that you
Mhm.
had to block or stop following because you found them to be negative?
Oh God. Yeah. Like who would that be? I'm pretty sure I have like stopped following some celebrities just because like I just don't like their vibe, or just what they stand for. I can say who in particular.
Mm,
But yeah, definitely like social media is a scary place. So yeah, you just gotta watch people that you follow, especially like when you're constantly like, seeing their field, and then like just seeing whatever they're doing
yeah,
unconsciously, you just kind of like start adapting whatever message they're like um passing through or whatever. And if it's like always like negative energy, and they're always like, cussing, and
yeah,
yeah, I used to watch like this, I can't remember her name, but it's like a UK celebrity or something like that. But I feel like every time they're always cussing, like they're always like saying bad words. And I feel just, no, I don't want to listen to this. Like, why is it like always, every time they're always like, no, like I'm like, I don't really need to listen to this ish all the time. I just block them and I just never listen. Like,
yeah,
it's just crazy. But
absolutely.
the one person that I really love, like I watch on social media, is Jay Shetty.
Oh
Do
yeah,
you?
yeah.
He's amazing. He used to be a monk.
Mm,
Oh my God. Like, it just gives me life. You just like,
yeah,
I love him. Like I watch all like YouTube, and I watch his podcast also, Purpose.
yeah.
It's just, oh my God, it just
Agree.
calms me.
Yeah.
Oh, and I read his book also, Think Like a Monk. Oh my God, everybody just needs to read that book. It's amazing, honestly. And it's even on Audible. So
Absolutely.
oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. That reminds me, Ariana Huffington, her sister Agapi,
Yeah,
she is very much like that as well. Super cleansing. I actually uplifting, powerful. Like you should follow her on social media too, because she always
definitely.
posts things that are just so positive.
Yeah,
Um,
those are the kind of vibe I want to like see, especially like when you wake up in the morning and you're like, checking your phone and then you're seeing like people that are
yeah,
just like don't even
yeah,
impact your life in a positive way. It's like, why do I have to subject myself to wake up?
no,
And that's what like when I wake up, I just don't check my phone right away. I just like do all my morning ritual, like,
yeah,
manifest and just
yeah,
just try to be mindfulness and stuff like that, and then
of course.
during the day, and I was like, oh yeah, my phone still exists. Okay, let's see
It's
what's
there.
going on.
Yeah, yeah. She has a book too. It's called Wake Up to the Joy of You. So I
Ooh,
think
that
that's
sounds
awesome.
interesting.
Yes.
Wake up to the joy of you.
Wake Up to the
That's
Joy of
really
You. And I
okay.
love it because it's like a purple and gold, the cover.
Mm-hmm.
And so purple for me, I love that. I love purple.
Like,
Yeah.
hello,
See?
hello.
Yes,
Like
yes,
my
yes,
lipstick right here, it's like
yes. I
saying
love it.
everything.
I love it. It is. It is.
Oh my goodness.
Um, so what is your greatest practice of self-care?
Ooh, honestly, just loving on me. Honestly, like I do things for me that before I just don't do things for me. Um, like I feel like I care about everybody else around me and I just like forget the most important person in the room, which is me. So now I just kind of like prioritize myself, and like if I need something, I just kind of like find a way to do that for me.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a cup of coffee. Oh yeah, I don't drink
You don't
coffee.
drink
Okay.
coffee?
Okay. All right. Just a cup of tea. Just read a book or just take a minute or even an hour to just like listen to something or music.
Yeah.
I'm really into Audible, so I just like I just my self love is just like doing things for me, taking care of me, and just listening to my body, what it needs at that point in time. And it is just amazing, honestly. When you start putting yourself first, you will notice like, oh, how amazing it is,
Yeah,
honestly.
for sure. And then, so we talked a lot about loving yourself, and I just want to know from your perspective, like, what does that mean to you, and how do you show like love to yourself?
Okay, how I show love to myself. How I show love to myself is, by just doing things like being intentional with myself.
Mm,
Like when I want to do stuff, I try to be intentional about it. Um, and like if it's something like before, I never used to like gift myself stuff. Like I'd be like, I don't need it, but okay, maybe this person needs it, or stuff like that. And then I realized like you're the one doing the work, you're the one, busting your behind, to reach this and to do that. So you have to just take care of yourself and just like if it's just even little things, go to a body shop and just buy yourself some
yeah.
nice, oh my god. And I love scents, like I like everywhere around me I just like to smell amazing.
uh,
Like I would just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy me this perfume, like I just want to feel amazing and smell amazing. That's a kind of like self-love for me also. Just putting yourself first. Honestly, that's what I do now, and
yeah, for
it's
sure.
good.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
again, that how we treat ourselves and how we show love to ourselves, that's how someone else is going to show love to, like, we're
exactly
teaching that person how to show love to us by the way we treat ourselves.
Yeah, it's set the tone on how people would treat you. So if you treat yourself with love and you respect, and you speak good words to yourself and empowering words to yourself, because some people just like, oh, they're like this or they're like that, but and I'm like, oh, I'm amazing and I'm beautiful and I'm and then because you said that maybe in the corner of your room or whatever, and that kind of just, that's how you set the tone for yourself, and other people see that, and that's how they would treat you, because you treat yourself with respect, you treat yourself with love, and they will also do the same. But if you think that you don't deserve that love or that respect, then people also will be like, okay, she doesn't even think that she deserves that, so why should we give her that love and the respect?
Absolutely.
So yeah, it is just, everything starts within you, so you have to just accept yourself and embrace yourself, and don't be too hard on yourself. We're all human after all, so we tend to make mistakes, and then we learn from those mistakes. Don't let those mistakes define who you are or who you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Well, those are all my questions for today. I think, you dropped a lot of gems. And so
that's my jam. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you so much for your questions. You know how I do.
yes.
And thank you guys for just, working it with us again and just being here and listening to us. We appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope, you're subscribed to our YouTube. Okay. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and follow us on all platforms so you can listen to the podcast everywhere and anywhere you heard. Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Google Play also. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Full of Love and Light Podcast. And until next time, just stay full of love and light. And we love you all. And we'll see you next week. We'll see you next week.
See you all next week.
Guys.
Bye.
Peace out.